Ignitah, and today we're going to be reviewing a movie. Okay, let's get right into it. We're going to review two movies back to back. Spoilers heavy. Heavy spoilers. If you haven't watched Obsession or The Backrooms, please go to the theater and watch it. Or if you're watching this later in life or later down before it came out, go on your streaming service and watch it there. Okay, we're going to review it right. Spoilers ahead. Spoiler alert right now. Okay, first let's talk about Obsession. Yes, you've read the title. You read the title. Okay. There is a victim. Terms though, cause look, listen, we could get into it, cause bro, trust me when I say this. When I first watched the movie, off the bat, bro, in my head I'm going, yo, Bear sucks. Bear is the worst person in existence, bro. Bear is an idiot. Is that Nicki behind me? Nicki Minaj looking at? Bear is top 10 worst like horror movie protagonists of all time. I don't mind people hating him, and I don't mind him calling him a weirdo, because I call him a weirdo. I call him he's a weirdo, selfish, he's arrogant, narcissistic. That's the thing. Like, the one thing you don't want in this life is fake love, bro. I low-key was spoiled heavy before watching the movie, but when I got into the movie, when he made the wish, I'm like, wait a minute, why everybody made it seem like he made the wish? Like, you know those wishbones where it's like, or like it's like a bad omen. Like let's say you're angry, right? And you don't open the umbrella inside. Fuck my life. That's literally how he did it. Like, you just random, like just like impulsive, like you're not, like you don't really care. Like, you don't really care. He did it not knowing, not only all the BS that was gonna happen. He did it not knowing that it was actually gonna work, y'all. If it would have worked, I promised he would have thought about it more. Now, yes, he could have bought the necklace instead of the wish willow. I understand that completely. Right, and that's kind of foreshadowing his selfishness, right? I understand that completely, right? And like, when I say he's a victim, y'all, I'm not saying he's more of a victim than Nicki. No, obviously the worst was done to Nicki. Nicki got it the worst, literally trapped in some sort of hell, purgatory, horrible, which is weird because when she woke up in like the ending, it kind of seemed like she didn't know what was going on. Like, at all. It kind of like it was like there's three Nickis. There's the Nicki that would wake up like, oh, none of this is real. Oh, what's going on? And there's the Nick. Like, I feel like those are two different Nick. Like, those two are the same Nicki, and the Nicki that is in the wish like hell realm, whatever it is, where she's like screaming in pain. I think those are two different Nickis. I think the wish hell screaming in pain Nicki, like the one that wakes up when he's asleep, or it talks when he's asleep. Where he's like, unalive me, shout out YouTube. You know what I'm saying? In GTA, right? Where he's like, oh, where like Nicki's sleeping, but she's like, unalive me. Right? I think that's the Nicki that did the wish, right? Because think about it, in the ending, she says, Bear, what did you do? Right? Because she didn't sound like bro, like, think about it. If you're in Screaming Hell Purgatory, you're not gonna say, Bear, what did you do? You're gonna say, Bear, I can't believe this. Ha, ha, ha. But then again, I don't know. That's my theory. I don't get me wrong. I think those two are the same Nickis, but I just don't think that, like, I think that's intended because to like kind of signify that like she's kind of free from suffering in a sense. So she's gonna act like she hasn't gone through it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is. I've seen, like, you know when people see a horror movie, they're like, guys, as a Christian, I've seen Sinners. As a Christian, like, people love doing that, and it's like, it's really corny to me. But like, when I do it, I don't think it's corny. But listen, because I'm Eastern Orthodox, shout out Eastern Orthodoxy. But look, listen, everybody agrees, this is demonic possession. This is the most demonic possession thing of all time. Like, this is easily demonic possession, bro. When Bear found out about the witch, truly in the car, after that, he did not take advantage of her at all. He did not do anything with her at all. He did not have sex with her at all, right? Because he realized that's not her at all. Right, and he kind of got sad, right? He kind of like, and then it kind of coincided with like, and then when she said unalive me, that's after that. I'm pretty sure that's after that, or I'm pretty sure it was that then that, but before that she didn't do that. So I'm kind of mixing the things, but look, so you guys gotta understand, he feels bad because. And I'm not trying to justify any of his bad traits, because he's a pretty horrible dude. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's not. But you guys gotta understand, he wants to be in this happiness, right? Because his cat died. Dude was lonely as hell. His friends made him feel lonely as heck, bro. Ian was a horrible friend. Sarah would literally talk behind his back, so it wasn't even like real. Like, don't get me wrong, Sarah was a W, but like Sarah was also like low key fake. She was fake. She was fake. And I think Bear knew it deep down. So it's like, am I gonna go with a fake girl that likes me, or like a girl that I don't know that likes me but is somewhat real, right? She acts somewhat real towards me, and you know, it's not that like, okay, I I don't know. Me, I wasn't the type of guy in school where like I would go for like the hardest girl ever. Like that was not like, obviously I wouldn't go for the easiest girl ever, but I'm just saying, I don't know. But like, listen, to each your own. But like the point I'm trying to make is that none of this whole entire friendship was cooked. Like, I got the idea from the guy, but I'm trying to elaborate on it. This whole entire friendship was cooked. From the beginning scene, Ian was being a bitch. Ian was being annoying, bro. This man looked like he has no self-confidence. And Ian just making it worse, bro. Like, Ian, like, okay, don't get me wrong, like, Ian can't control the guys do, but like, bro, just like cheer him up, say like, bro, you got this, bro. You got, like, horrible friend, man. Horrible friend. I'm not saying everybody deserve to got, right? There's a message about this movie, right? The message is that everybody, the entire friend group was fake as heck. Because even Ian, like, you know what's crazy? Ian liked the girl, and he didn't even make a move himself. And then he got mad at Bear. And then, like, oh my gosh, man. Like, this movie's insufferable. This movie's like the ending of Sopranos. Like, it's just, there's so much to talk about. And it's like, this movie's gonna be talked about for like years to come, for sure. For sure. These are one of the movies where it's like, bro, it's so much. Like, the 20-minute ending alone is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to get into. So, okay, let's define victim really quick, okay? A victim, I'm reading this off of Google, okay? A victim is an individual, right, that suffers direct physical, psychological, or financial harm as a result of a crime, accident, or adverse circumstance. Okay, so come with me here, right? Bear is an individual. He suffered from psychological circumstance. Oh, look, you think Bear wanted to see all his friends got? Bro, look at Bear in the eyes when that happened to Sarah, bro. Look at Bear in the eye. Like, don't get me wrong. The demon said it was his fault, and she's not wrong. The demon. I'm gonna say the demon. That's not Nikki. I'm not even gonna say Freaky Nikki, because that thing is not even Freaky Nikki. Freaky Nikki is Nikki. That's the demon. The demon was right, but the demon. Notice how the demon. This movie's beautiful and like showing, like, true sin. Like, actually, like, think about it. The worst sin in the church is despair, right? The demon literally pushed the frick out this dude towards despair like crazy. Like, it was like oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Like, it's kind of crazy for me to say this, but this is beautiful way of showing sin leading you to despair. Beautiful way. Like, obviously it's heavily exaggerated, right? And then you could also bring the occult into this, okay, all that. So yeah, so Bear suffered from the consequences of something that he didn't even know was going to work. That's not fair. That's like me saying, okay, imagine there's a button, right? The button says this button not gonna work, right? And there's a fidget spinner next to it. So I'm just playing around, like there's a bunch of toys there, and the button just happens to be there. I press on that button, 3 people instantly get got. You think I knew that was gonna happen? It didn't say don't press the button. It just said fake button on it. You think I knew it was gonna happen? Come on, guys. Even Bear, like, realized that he had to go. Now, people are saying, like, bro, there's no other way. So, yeah, you guys, look, he could be, 2 things could be true at once. He could be a persecuted and a victim, man. Don't say he was not a victim at all. Okay? You could say he was, you could say he was a villain. Don't say he wasn't a victim. That's two things could be true at once. He was a victim and a villain, bro. Most villains are victims, except for Joker. Joker's just crazy. But you guys, he was a victim, bro. I feel like a lot of people are not gonna like this. And don't get me wrong, Bear did not knew that he was graping her. Okay? He didn't know that he was taking advantage of her body. The most he did after he found out was kiss. That doesn't make it right. I'm just letting you know, there's nuance, bro. There's mad nuance, man. Y'all can't sit here and act like he was the worst person of all time when his friends was, I'm not saying were worse than him. I'm not saying they were worse than him, but was not great friends either, bro. Backrooms. Did I like the movie? Spoiler ahead, by the way. Backrooms. Did I like the movie? Yeah. I like parts of the movie. I came into this movie with mixed feelings already. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 90. My friend said it was perfect. But Rotten Tomatoes ain't Backrooms fans. And my friend's a Backrooms fan. A lot of people online said it was really good. A lot of people online said it was great. So I heard nothing but good things in this movie. But, oh shit, my camera. Like, the best thing to do with a movie you don't know if it's gonna be good or not is to go in expecting nothing. But it's so hard to do that with this big of a movie with this big of potential. This movie had insane level amount of potential, right? That's where I went into it thinking. Okay, so I loved parts of this movie. I really love parts of this movie. The beginning sequence of this movie, literally top 20 beginning sequences in movie history, bro. In horror movie history, in any movie history. Beautiful. Like, okay, it's like, okay, the beginning of the movie, peak. The middle of the movie, peak. Spoilers, obviously. Once the dinner scene happens, things start to get weird. And I mean that literally, but I mean that like from a movie watching standpoint. So in this entire movie, right, you have the main characters, okay, and then the guy obviously from the trailer, he goes into the back rooms, he explores the back rooms, great sequence. The soundtrack of this movie, I think, is better than Obsession. That's a hot take because Obsession background is great, but I think the soundtrack for this movie is beautiful. They didn't have a lot of the TikTok sound effects soundtracks. Which kind of sucks, but the soundtrack for this movie that they made originally was really good. I really like these soundtrack. I think it's better than Obsession. But look, Obsession soundtrack was brilliant too. But look, so right, he goes in the back rooms. He talks to the therapist. You have this thing, right? Where it's like he's talking about his wife. You know, he goes to therapy, trying to deals with himself and stuff, and it's really sad. It's like this man, he's going through something, right? And he doesn't seem to, he's kind of like he gives off like selfish, like only thinks about himself really, and like you kind of try to understand him, but like it's like, you know, where it's like, okay, like I get you, dude, like you're going through stuff, but at the same time it's like, notice how when you're talking about it, you're not talking about like this happened to me. It was never like when he was talking, it was never like I thought about like never bring up another person. I had those problems too, where it's like I'm very prideful, egotistical, narcissistic guys. Like, come on, I feel like a lot of guys will go through that, where it's like they focus heavily on themselves, like too much, but in a bad way. Like, it's not no wrong focus on yourself, but like where it's like you don't want to be the type of guy where it's like he can't take accountability for himself. It becomes a really bad habit. A lot of guys go through it. I go through it. So I felt for the dude heavily. Like I understand what he was going through. So that's the main dude, and he goes in the back rooms, and then he invites his coworkers to the back rooms. Like, oh my gosh, that scene was intense with the rope scene. Yo, I knew that guy was cooked, bro. That guy was cooked. And mind you, that they did not show the creature at all. Okay, I think you guys gonna know where I'm gonna whine at, where I'm gonna complain at a little bit. All right. The movie is so freaking good, bro. The movie is amazing. It's going on. Okay, we're learning a little more about the therapist's past. We're learning more about. We got a little Chekhov's gun moment where, okay, like, is she the mom? Is she like, where's her daughter? Okay, wait a minute. She's the daughter of the mom with the house. Okay, and the movie is scary too. The movie's actually really, kind of scary. Not as scary as Obsession for sure, and we're gonna get into that. Right, but as a movie and as a scary movie, the beginning and the middle was great. It was great cinema. Beautiful shots, beautiful soundtrack. I was getting in tune. Okay, like I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, what are they about to do? How they're gonna present what they're about to do? Okay, I see. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing with the Backrooms, like especially with the games. There is Backrooms games where like it's just the Backrooms and there's nothing else, and like a lot of people find those games boring. But then there's the games where it's like it's Backrooms, but all of a sudden there's a monster. Those games are scary. And there's the third game where it's like it's Backrooms and straight up just monsters in the Backrooms with you, and you play with friends. The best type of game is obviously the middle one, where it's like it's the Backrooms, it's normal until it's not normal, right? The best part about those games is like you don't even know what you're seeing is real. You don't know whether there's really a monster or not, and if there's a monster, you don't know if you're really gonna escape it or not. That's the best part about the Backrooms, right? Now, here's the thing, right? Let's talk about the ending, right? Because I have no complaints with the beginning or the middle. Let's talk about the ending, specifically when the dinner scene starts. Okay, when the dinner scene starts, right? When the dinner scene starts, okay, we got some body horror, some uncanny stuff. Okay, some lore. We get some lore. We found out that people's memories, right? People that were here in the Backrooms. It kind of comes with the ending. The ending actually adds to this, but this is the beginning of the ending. So the beginning of the ending, the dinner scene, he talks about how the Backrooms is things that was. Backrooms is kind of like people's memories of things. Pretty much people's memories of things. Everything you see in the Backrooms is a memory. Is a part of a memory, and the reason why it looks less and less like organized is because the memory is losing its grip on that memory that made it real. So the furniture is starting to get looser. The walls are starting to turn into the Backrooms walls, because the Backrooms wall is like the default walls, right? So it's a lot of lore drop, and I don't complain about the lore drop. I think lore drop is great, right? But here's the thing: I already knew that the same tall dude from Alien Romulus, which was scary as fuck, was gonna be in this freaking movie, and he wasn't present at all, and I was fucking terrified until he was, and I was not terrified at the fuck all. It was scary because he chomped the frick out the dude, but the dude himself was the dude. So I'm like, okay, so they're trying to make it where it's scary but a lore drop at the same time. Because the dude, the tall dude is him. He's the tall dude. But like, why is he tall? Because there's the short guy, there's a fat dude, and there's like the not tall chick, but like she's like a chick, like a girl, like a woman. Like, and he's freakishly tall. And I get it that it's like it distorts the memory. But like there's so many questions about it, and it's not good questions. Like it's like questions where it's like you kind of need a sequel. You kind of need a sequel to this, but like not in a good way. Like this movie needs a sequel, but not in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much stuff that still needs to be explained, which isn't bad, but it kind of ruins it, because now it's becoming this thing where it's like a puzzle that you gotta solve, rather than like just a great movie that solves the puzzle on its own. And it does solve the puzzle, but I feel like people, like, I don't know, I think I'm just too critiquing of the movie. But like with this monster, right? The monster isn't scary. It's not. I'm sorry, the monster is not scary. I mean, the situation is scary. A tall dude that looks like your client, but with a captain's thing on, and he's freakishly large, and he's a freakishly large head and large body, and like he just ate the dude, like a freaking Attack on Titan person, which is and then she was going through that. That's a scary situation, but the Attack on Titan look-alike dude himself, that shit was not scary, bro. That shit was not scary at all. Don't get me wrong, if I see a tall look-alike of myself chasing after me, I'm gonna be fucking trying to eat me. Okay, I'm gonna be terrified, but like, that shit is not scary for me to watch though. Like as a horror, I it just wasn't scary to me. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, why is it like this? It's because you want a lore drop. It's a lore drop because it's basically saying anybody who enters into the backrooms basically becomes a part of the backrooms, as in the backrooms is going to make a fragmented version of you. And it's gonna be like a furniture version of you because you're gonna be made out of styrofoam that's eatable. Yeah, you're literally made out of eatable styrofoam apparently. Consumable styrofoam. Your copy of you, right? Because the entire Backrooms is a copy. It's a copy of the real world basically. Besides the sun it's like copy of like it's a copy of rooms that we have, but not the copy of like obviously nature or sky. Like there's no nature, there's no like sky. Like there's an animal, but it comes in through the doors, right? So here's my problem, right? So you have a lore drop. And I'm kind of stretching it, but basically what I'm saying is, I feel like they kind of misplaced the lore drop. I think they could have had him be like the chick dude or the guy dude, and then have it to where the monster is like some like darkish like entity like an alien or like a, I don't even know. But you guys have you guys seen those videos of like, or those images of like some tall elongated like dark entity? Like if it was something like that where it was like kind of like an apparition or like a ghostly type of figure or something like that, I feel like that would have been better. And you could still have the lore drop thing where it's like it's a copy of him there. But then here's the problem with that. You gotta explain how that entity is even a thing. Because in the original Backrooms video, the person the thing that's chasing the person is a furniture thing. It's like a tripod type of like creature, right? So it's made out of things. So like I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure here about how they could have made it scarier. Because now that I think about it, lore wise, they don't have no real like scary creatures. You could make it to where it's not lore accurate, and you could do it towards both not lore accurate, but lore accurate in a sense where it, or like you can make it to where it fits. Okay, how about this? Make it to where it's the furniture guy. Okay, have it to where like it's the same dude, furniture guy. It looks like him. Okay, what if after the girl beat him, it changed into its truest essence, and then it turned into a black entity monster, bro. Chasing the guy in the beginning, just for it to be some Captain Hook looking dude, bro. Like, I get it, bro. I get it, but I don't like it. I get it, but I don't like it. And I get it. You know what's crazy? You know what made the original Backrooms video so amazing? Because like even though the Backrooms monster wasn't scary, it was scary as in like it was so like you couldn't really grasp what you were looking at, and it was loud, right? It would make loud noises and it would chase you, and it was fast. It would chase you fast. This monster was so slow. It said like a Frankenstein type of zombie thing. And I'm like, bro, you have all this backroom space and you make the monster not fast. And it looked like it was gonna be a fast monster too. Somehow I find that more satisfying and cool of an ending, to where like she just falls out the sky. It's gonna wrap it up. So if y'all like this video, make sure you comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Obviously these are all my own thoughts and opinions. If you guys disagree with me, let me know, and why. If you guys agree with me, let me know and why. If you guys like this type of review content, leave a like down below. Comment like they liked it. Comment what's your favorite, my favorite take, my favorite hot take. Am I crazy for making these takes? Probably. What other media y'all want me to review? And and also what other horror movies you guys, or just not horror, or movies in general that you want me to review this year, because I'm gonna watch a lot of movies this year. I might watch Disclosure Day. That does look interesting. I'm not too sure. Let's see. And it's a boy Ignitah, and peace. Make sure y'all subscribe. Yo, if you was stuck in the back rooms, oi, hey.